Today, on this day of today, I pray that I might convey a campfire way to play the Smashing Pumpkins today. But before we continue on our merry way, I would like to take this chance to say thank you to the following people for signing up for the Patreon supporter of the Cause Club: Peter Zapora, Chad Ashworth, and Alex Kaczynski. Folks, thank you very, very, very much for your support. And if you would like to find out what that's all about, the link, of course, will be in the description. But one more thing, I made you a tab because I'm nice like that. Go get it. It's free, no strings attached. You don't have to put your email address in any boxes or hand over the keys to your grandmother's bungalow. RyanLStudios.com, show notes, but there is one thing you need to know. The title is in super secret backwards code, so no ne'er-do-wells can horn in on our super secret information. The opposite of today, Smashing Pumpkins, is yesterday I put an eggplant back together. If it's important to you to be in the key of the studio recording, you will put your capo on the first fret, but the cool thing about capo things is if it's better for your voice when you're singing this to, for instance, have the capo on the third fret or no capo at all, that's okay. You don't have to change anything. You do all these steps and you're playing today in your key today. But for the purposes of now, we're going to put the capo on the first fret to be in the key of the original studio recording. Grab a D chord, but we don't want the middle finger, not yet. Pluck the D and the B strings at the same time, followed by the G string. D and B, G. Then you're going to pluck E, G, and then you're going to pluck A and B, followed by G, and then put your middle finger back on the E string second fret where it belongs for a D chord and pluck E, B, G. That is our first half. Here, I'll do that whole thing. Great news, the second half is exactly the same as the first half, except our bass note is going to be on the E string third fret thumb, guys. So still D chord with no middle finger yet, and thumb goes on big E3. You're going to pluck the big E and the B string, followed by G, followed by E, little e, G, and then bass note on the E string and B again, followed by G. Put your middle finger back and pluck E, B, G. So the second half is, and now I'll put that all together for you. All right, here we go. Ready? When you get to the spot in the song where the band, throws itself in there, but you're doing your campfire version, if you would like to pick it up, play a D chord, and we're going to add our pinky finger to the E string third fret for a D suspended 4. To regular A, don't do anything funny to it. And here's a glorious chord. It's G major 7. Ring finger on B3, middle finger on E3, and pointer finger gets E string second fret duty. And we can turn this into a regular G of sorts by putting our pinky finger on the E string third fret. The third time, it's D, A, B minor, and your G. The fourth time is the same as the other two times. And then we get to start singing. I'm going to keep using this G major 7 thing in the verse, but if you don't like the G major 7, you can just play regular G and never in this song use G major 7. I'm going to, and I'm going to keep messing around like this whenever it strikes me, and you should do whatever strikes you. But for the verse, we're going to play D, A, and G of your choice. 3 times. Time, we're going to do D, A, and B. B's a bar chord. That's A2 and DGB4 relative to the capo, of course. If you'd prefer not to play this bar chord, you can try B7, my favorite open chord. A2, D1, G2, and baby E2. It gives a totally different feel to that transition moment, but it's totally valid, and you should do whichever one you prefer. On to the I Wanted More section, E minor, G, and B of your choice. 3 times. And the 4th time, here we go, E minor, G, F sharp, C sharp. Now, there's no getting around the F sharp, 2, 4, 4, 3, but if you don't want to play C sharp, which is the same as B, but 2 frets higher, you can play either C sharp 7, which is the same as B7, but 2 frets higher, or you can play A. You can play A because A has a C sharp note in it. Relative to the capo, of course. We're really playing a B flat here, but we're guitar players, not real musicians. So we're going to call this A, and it has a C sharp note in it. There it is on the B string 2nd fret. So this chord kind of musically, a little bit, gets the same thing done as the C sharp. So if this is the reason why you're not going to play this song, then for God's sakes, play A. And it sets up the D going into that next verse really well. So here's the last of the 3 that are the same. E minor, G, B, and our 4th line with A. A sets the D up really nicely. It might not be correct, but it works really well. The Pink Ribbon Scars section seems like it's like the I Wanted More section, but it's 3 times the progression. E minor, G, D, and A. 2nd time. 3rd time. And the 4th time is the same as the 4th time from the other section. F sharp, C sharp, or A of course, or C sharp 7. It's that same 4th line from the I Wanted More section. That brings us to the Today is section, today, which is 2 times through the progression. D, A, D, and a G of your choice. D, A, D, G. I love that major 7 because it has that F sharp note relative to the capo again, ringing out that whole time, kind of as a constant between the D and the G. But again, use whatever G chord you want to use. For the latest portion of the proceedings, we're going to play D, A, B minor, and G, followed by D, A, B, which puts us in the I Wanna Turn You On section, which is just like the I Wanted More section. E minor, G, B, 3 times. B7 the 3rd time. And then you play just E minor, G, and you're into the outro, which you could do the bing boom 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 thing if you wanted, but it's kind of big there for me, so I'm gonna play the chords D, A, B minor, G, 162 times, and end it on a Campfire guests will be so pleased with what you've just done that you'll be declared the hero of the neighborhood and all will be right with the world. And that is how you do that. Did you just sit through 9 minutes of me talking and need some more? My new and dear friends Nino and Wes had me on their podcast yesterday, and it just aired. It's a Pearl Jam fan podcast called PJ Black Circle. It was a really good time. I'd tell you what we talked about, but we talked about so much you should just go check it out. I'm going to leave the link in the description for you to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.